Greetings, comrades! My name is DimAurora, and welcome to the season known as How Dim Does It. Now, this will be a little mini-series, which is basically a super tutorial going over how I build my own ships, and today we are starting work on the DD-3. Now, I will not be doing a destroyer flagship soon. I will be eventually. It will be a super destroyer with some type of ungodly main guns and maybe some torpedoes. But as we know, or as quite a few of you know, the Ferra is on the workshop, meaning it is obsolete, or that it's just stopped being worked on. So, as you probably guessed, it has stopped being worked on. I'm considering the design a little bit old, so I'm working on the predecessor now, or the successor. Yes, that weird thing. Okay, so we're going to start right off, and I'm going to explain what How Dim Does It is to the people who do not know. How Dim Does It is a series I've been planning for a while. It's one where I basically build one ship that I will use, so it's not some low quality crap that you see some YouTubers make when they do tutorials. So, this is also guessing that you know what you're doing with the controls. You know how to navigate the menu, you know all of your little buttons to press, and I will be building in keyboard mode. So, to start off, I'm just going to make the keel, and we're going to quickly build this out. So, actually, I'm going to redo that with my detailed color. So we're doing a keel roughly the size of the Ferra, maybe a little bit longer. Right there should be good, and that will be great. So I usually build from the keel, and then I do the hull, and then I do weapon systems. So I'm a little bit weird. But we're going to work on the hull first. And first off, let's get some inverted triangle corners for right here. I do have this mirrored, by the way, if you didn't see me do that. So we're making a 3 wide keel. Then we shall use diagonal cuts, and we're just going to make it so that we have our 5 wide bottom. And I need to figure out what I'm doing there. There we go. And there we go. So that is the basic start of our keel. And we'll round off the nose eventually. But for right now, it's going to be quite sharp. So let's actually do that. So I always do the inverted, then regular, then inverted, then regular method. Some people build much better hulls than I do, but mine work just fine, so I feel no need to change them. And here we go. So I think a 3, and let's do a 4 deep hull. So here we have our 4 deep hull, and I say it's 4 deep even though it is technically 5 deep because we are going to be putting the deck there. So we have 4 blocks of space to work with, which is quite nice. So now I'm just going to quickly repeat this, and we're going to do it the fast way because time is of the essence. I accidentally deleted one because I went a little bit too fast, but that's okay, I do that a lot. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to round off the front of our hull. And I do this in 2 ways. Right now we have a very short bow, and that means we don't have much space to work with. So I'm going to be doing this with 2-meter inverted and triangle corners so that it looks a little bit more rounded. And we're going to do this one more time. And sorry for the FPS loss. I don't know what's been with From the Depths recently, but it's been doing that a lot, and it's been very annoying. It actually has killed an episode of Dangerous Waters, so I'm just a little bit concerned about it killing another episode of anything. So now, as you can see, I switched to 1 meter, and, well, it looks okay. It's not my best rounded hull, but it's kind of on par with the Ferra if we look over there, so I'm okay with it. Now, I'm building out of light alloy because that's how I build my destroyers. I want them to be fast, and I don't really care about their survivability because I shield them to the nth degree. So now we're just doing downslopes for the middle, and that looks great, in my opinion. Some people are probably cringing right now, but they can do whatever they want. I can't judge. So, now, let's get this all set up. We have a couple places that need 2-meter beams, and right now I'm just fixing up the patches in the deck. So, this is just a little thing to do, and there we go. The deck on the bow is done. Now, I'm not going to do the deck for any of the rest of the ship. Why is that? Because I will be doing a couple different things. One, I'll put in the gun systems and then design the deck around them, and two, I might actually make this like the Aurelia and have a raised front. But who knows? Let's just quickly use our diagonal cut beams to finish off the sides of the hull. Again, I don't make my hulls very good, so again, people who know what they're doing are cringing right now. But this is how Dim does it after all. So we're just going to quickly finish this off, and boom. There we go. And last one, up we go. Perfect. So we have a little bit of a wider hull than the Ferra, but that is okay. That means we have a little bit more space to work with. One other thing that I can do that I'm actually thinking about doing right now is because I don't like the look of how wide it is, I'm just going to cut it off right here using beams. So, boom. Now we just cut off the sides here. That will leave a little lip on the edge, but that's okay. It isn't necessary. As long as our front, or as long as our bow is entirely rounded, we won't have any drag issues from this. In fact, we might have less drag right now. So that is how I shape my hulls. Now we're going to go... We're actually going to leave this open. You know what? We're just going to leave this open for a little bit. So, now we have the hull. We're just going to do the little sides here. As I said, I'm not going to do the deck because I put in weapon systems next. So, if we drop this in the water, it'll float. Why? Because alloy, and because wood. So it may sink a fair amount, but again, it will stay roughly afloat. So I guess that is all the time I have for the first episode of How Dim Does It. I don't know if this is a series people really wanted. It's a series people have asked for a long time, so I'm guessing it's wanted. But anyways, guys, if you are wanting more, then please let me know. And anyways, as for now, DimAurora signing off.